Hi everyone and welcome to the Series 10 monthly rivals. This time we're hitting Tierra Prospera Circuit in gorgeous 1971 Porsche 917-20, the Pink Pig. As usual, I'm going to do a couple of laps versus friends as the game suggests to me, until I either feel it's enough or can't beat the next time. The car we get is a rear-wheel drive in S1 class and therefore requires quite a bit of a throttle control. As a general rule, you can only go full gas in it when the car is positioned straight on the road. Remember this and you can avoid sliding sideways or spinning out during your run. I also noticed that the car grips faster and better if you push throttle once the run starts instead of keeping it pressed all the way during the opening animation, but that of course is only relevant to the first lap. My first opponent was Scaans and I'm not sure what he was doing. According to the leaderboard, he ran the lap on assisted steering, so I assume he was just fooling around with autopilot. He's an extremely fast driver and usually his ghost is miles ahead of me, but well, now I can actually claim I beat him in Rivals once, fair and square. I think I could finish it here, beat the Scaans, set the clean lap and what's more to wish. But no, of course, we'll do a couple of more laps. I want to at least get to the point of flying laps and make it somewhere into 1% on the leaderboard. The Pink Pig we're driving is an iconic car, mostly due to its recognizable livery than anything else. Funny enough, it only ran that livery once, during a race in Le Mans in 1971. And overall, 917-20 was built as an R&D car to test new aerodynamic concepts and parts for future endurance racing. It won the test race in Le Mans and then crashed out during the real 24 hours of Le Mans due to brakes failure. That's pretty much the whole racing history of 917-20, but of course the concepts tested in it lived on. There is no definitive answer as to why it was painted in the pink butcher schematic. That was most probably a kind of a joke at the time, which hints us as to how less regulated motorsport was back in the days. The iconic livery also didn't feature Martini logos during the race. Rumor is Martini has straight out refused to associate with the pig. The livery is really catchy though and was met very well. It has also been used on various show occasions afterwards, so it's fair to say its legacy is still there, and of course it found its place in multiple video games. The car itself is now stored in Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, so anyone can go and see it there. I think now I'm getting to the limit of my standing lap time. I'm still not happy with my laps as I struggle to maintain stability of the car the way I want it. You can especially see it in the braking zones where I have to correct the car a bit in this or that direction. I'm also struggling with the whole last sector as I can't catch the flow of the last series of corners. 4 of them should be passed in one fluid motion for the best time, and it's classic example of me knowing what needs to be done, just not really being able to execute it. I suffer from that quite a lot, and I think in that last section alone I'm losing over a second. Of course, smashing the fences in this corner didn't help much with my lap time. I had a nice lead before it, but then slowed down from the breakables is too big, so the ghost is right on me again. As a result, what could be an easy win almost turned into a complete disaster and failure. I did however manage to beat Midnyte's time, so moving on to flying laps. I got ahead from the very beginning and pretty much guaranteed the better time in the third turn. My pass through it wasn't exactly nice, but still much better than Adam's, and that was it for this attempt. Still, same problem as before, as I lack stability in the run, especially on the last sector and in general over the whole track. This time is about 3% on the leaderboard, which is not good enough. Normally I allow myself about half an hour for monthly rivals, unless it's a specifically challenging one, and I still have a good chunk of that time available for this run. I really want to put together something that resembles a decent lap. I'm beating these laps target by about a second, surprisingly making a lot of gain in the last sector, so I'm not the only one struggling there, but to be somewhat happy with the result I want to be at least another second faster. My last rival for today is Ryan31, and the target he set is well over a second faster than my previous result. So no surprise it took me quite a bit to reach it, but that's exactly around the target I set for myself. As you can see, I came as close as 200th of a second to his time in one of the prior laps. And again, the last sector is a ruin of all my efforts. Even on a lap you are watching, which is a successful one, I had a comfortable lead of about half a second but lost almost all of it in the very end, just barely making it over the line. The end result of this lap is precisely 1/10 of a second faster than the target. But that will have to do for today. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.